Alright, second. Man, what's happening?
Chilling, chilling.
Alright, we in the building. Everything is live. We have jumped in here right on time. Somebody just arrived, a special guest of honor. Guess she had to check the keys for Club 3 and O.
Yeah.
It's all that popping. You know, somebody had a birthday. They got the paperwork and the keys to the new club 3 and O. All
All
right,
day.
everything is everything. We come bearing gifts. This is down to In Sports Talk, y'all. It's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. You know how we give it up. All right, it's left-handed right here. This is YADABEAR over there. You know what I mean? So we here in the building, live and direct. Happy birthday to you. You know what I mean? All of that. We gonna put something in the air. You know what I mean? All that good stuff. We doing it. I might even have a drink. I got
Oh,
gifts. All of that. It's about you today. You and your 3 and O Eagles. It's about you. You know what I
I had
mean?
to, I had to put on the Batman shirt because we all Batmans. We got no Robins in our wide receiver corps. Everybody Batman.
Right. Again, and you have a co-owner, a co-habitant of Club 3 and O. That's the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to my man Salik Bowman. Shout out to my man VVS Verbal. Shout out to my man Bob, Pretty Bob, and all of that. Miami Dolphins fans, man. Dow, stand up. 3 and O is 3 and O is 3 and O. I think that if I had the choice right now to talk about a team that between Miami and Philadelphia, and I've been on the Philadelphia Eagles bandwagon hard body, even from the draft and from the summertime and all that. I was like, yo, I like the Eagles and all of that. 3 and O. Talk about it a little bit. I mean, it's 3 and O, it's 3 and O, but still, you can talk about it. How you feeling right now?
Uh, you know, feel really good. Being 3-0. Feel real good about getting a divisional win. Divisional wins are always hard.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to get those out the way first. So to get that in a dominant fashion too is always a good look. I'm not jumping out the window because there's only 3 games in the season.
Mm-hmm.
As the saying goes, every given Sunday, something can change.
Right.
I don't look too far ahead. I just look at the next game.
Mm-hmm.
The next game against Jacksonville, who's coming off of a impressive win in their own right. But if you want to talk about the 3-0 teams, Miami is doing it big.
Yeah.
Because not only are they 3-0, they beat Baltimore, and then they turn around and they beat Buffalo.
Two teams that Buffalo. They'll definitely see Buffalo again, but
Yeah.
these two teams they might see later on down the line in the playoffs. If that situation happens, but they'll definitely see Buffalo again.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that Buffalo is quote unquote Super Bowl favorite.
Allegedly.
To see them lose that game in that fashion, it was kind of like bad time management. You gotta know how much time is left. You gotta know that you need to get out of bounds. You gotta know that the refs gotta touch the ball. Like these are things you gotta know.
All that sandlot stuff that we played in the playground and in the parking lot. All of that, right?
So these are things that you have to be aware of. So for them to lose in that way was disappointing. The offensive coordinator was going bananas in that box.
As he should, Ken Dorsey. Yeah, as he should. Mm-hmm.
He flipped out. He destroyed everything that was on that table.
Mm-hmm.
And he has every right because, like I said, these are things you're supposed to know.
Right.
And like I said in the beginning, Buffalo's defense, was stretched a little thin, especially in their secondary. Once I seen that Micah Hyde, another guy was going to be out, I feel like, all right, Miami's going to have a pretty decent day.
Right.
Especially receivers wise. Even though Tyreek Hill didn't have like a fantastic game, but his impact was known on the field. Because you gotta double that guy.
No doubt.
And you got Jalen Waddle on the other side who's going to be his one-on-one coverage, which he was doing, and he had a field day out there too. It would look a little crazy when Tua got hit.
Yeah, it was stumbling all over, rumbling, stumbling. Yeah, it was crazy.
His legs wobbly.
Right.
My man got a concussion.
Right.
And he came right back in the second half. So I was like, all
right. You got, we're at Club 3-0 right now. I got a special pass to get in. You know what I mean? I'm 2-1. 21 and up and all that, so I got a special pass to coming Club 3-0. The Dolphins and the Eagles right now, the only teams that are left. I don't think this Miami Dolphins, this version of the Dolphins, are putting any fear in the 72 Dolphins. You know what I mean? Zonka and those guys will probably still pop that champagne in a few weeks, but it is what it is. The Eagles have really, really looked good. They say they've blown out 3 so-so teams. I mean, there were 3 wins is 3 wins. Miami defeated Baltimore and Buffalo, like Yada said, 2 really good teams. But to me, the Eagles do look like the better team right now. Their offense is high scoring. Their defense can get at the passes. Miami didn't really do a ton on offense to beat Buffalo, but they did enough. They found a way to win with a late touchdown and held on. That guy Mike McDaniels is doing a lot of things in Miami. They're winning the way they're supposed to win. That's a sign of a championship squad. They won a game with offense, they won a game with defense, and they won a game with a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Right? The Eagles have been the NFL's best team over the first 3 weeks of the season. Jalen Hurts is playing at an MVP level, no doubt about it, no questions, no beef, none of that. I think that the Eagles had the higher, what do you say, Yada, the higher ceiling maybe than Miami to start before the season started. You would have thought that, the Eagles have what it takes, but they're on the come up, right? Mm-hmm. I think that, what we see so far the first 3 weeks, we can't put anything in stone for January or nothing like that, knock it off. But this is a good start, something to build on. Looking to week 4, we want to talk about a little bit later on in the show. Miami they travel to Cincinnati and they get it in on a Thursday night. But the Eagles play host to a surprising Jacksonville Jaguar team. Now, if Trap Game was an NFL game, it would be this one coming up for you guys, right? Doug Peterson is coming back to Philly. He's got all the ingredients. You know what I mean? But we'll get into that when we talk about what's coming up for week 4. But I think that right now, you have plenty to be proud of, plenty to talk your ish about, and I like what I've seen out of the Eagles. They proved me right. You know what I mean? I talked about the Eagles. I talked about the Lions. I mean, the Lions are they got to crawl before they walk. But the Eagles right now, they got everything set up the way it's supposed to be set up right now. So. You look at them, and I look at them with a whole lot of respect to say, hey, I'm looking to see November, December. They get ready to lock up that division, and now they're talking about playoff positioning, home field advantage, that type of thing. So again, salute to the Eagles and the Miami Dolphins, Club 3-0. I see the bodyguard coming; he's giving me the eyes, so I guess I got to get back behind the rope, and I don't belong here. So this is all about you. I don't belong in Club 3-0. It's all about you.
Let's talk about this victory, though, because it was a complete dominant performance by the defense. You know what Fletcher Cox told Carson Wentz before the game?
He should have showed up.
He told him, "Ain't no red jerseys in this field."
Mm.
And he was right. 9 sacks, 5 sacks in the first quarter.
I mean, it's Carson Wentz.
It was a sack party. Everybody got.
They met at the quarterback. Yeah.
Everybody got to eat because we know what Carson Wentz going to do.
Mm-hmm.
He holds on the ball too long. Double clutch for no reason. He tried to make plays with his feet when he just throw the ball away.
Mm.
We see this for like 3 years in Philly. We knew what he's all about.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that he was barbecue chicken, and we was feasting on him. The corners.
That's that 3-0 special drink that they get at the 3-0 bar talking right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly. The corners all day. The barbecue chicken out there. Devontae Smith had a field day out there. My man tried to rock him as he made that amazing grab at the 1 yard line. It was like, you mad? But it's the Washington football team.
Yeah. I mean, you talked about Brandon Graham and Fletcher Cox. Brandon Graham, 2.5 sacks, 5 hits. You know what I mean? Fletcher Cox, 1.5 sacks, 2 hits. These guys have 18 total pressures on the quarterback for the season, which is a lot. Both of them have 3 sacks. And again, these guys, Graham coming off a torn Achilles. You know what I mean? He's 34 years old. Not that means anything. All right. And Fletcher Cox is 32. Those guys are both, definitely still productive players.
Yeah.
They deserve all the props in the world. I'm gonna let you get back to your Eagles, right? You know what I mean? But I'm gonna throw something about my Bucks in the mix. We lost to Green Bay 14-12. I mean, I'm not the excuse dude. I can take it as well as I can dish it out. But I feel like we still could have at least tied the game. Who knows if we would have won it? But it goes back to what we talked about behind the scenes. The undisciplinedness of my Tampa Bay Buccaneers is still evident. In big spots, that secondary is going to get toasted in big spots. They was holding them dudes down all game. Then when the big spot came up, when they needed it was a 3rd and 6, a 3rd and 7, Lazard. Okay? And we talk about it all the time. It frustrates me to no end. Why do they not teach these DBs to look up when the receiver looks up for the ball? Why do they not? Is that bad? To look up when the receiver looks up for the ball? Gotta look for the ball. Tom Brady was throwing to, Russell Gage, Cole Beasley, who just signed earlier in the week, Rashard Perriman and Jalen Darden. These guys aren't gonna pop out at you when you go to your wide receiver picks in your fantasy league. Mike Evans was suspended. You all know Godwin and Julio Jones are hurt. I think that Tom Brady is working with what he's got, but I still think a little bit of me saying that he's not all the way locked in.
Oh, no, he's not.
He's not locked in.
And one thing I would say is that I'm looking at Brian Leftwich. You got all these injuries. Why aren't you running the ball more?
Because we don't have a running game. We can't trust Leonard Fournette. We can't trust them dudes. I ain't mad at. I'm not mad at. I see the same thing, Yada.
You can trust them more. You can trust these receivers.
But I mean, with Leonard Fournette getting 3 yards here, 4 yards there, then he might pop off a 7-yard gain. I mean, we got to have some consistency in the running game. You're absolutely right. If we had some consistency in the running game,
he had 12 attempts, 35 yards.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? So, again, nobody's scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers running game.
Oh no, no,
Nobody,
not,
you
not
know
at
what I
all.
mean?
But
Nobody's in the room saying like, "Oh, we got to stop these guys or hold these guys under
I
150
feel like
yards."
Tampa Bay is scared of their running game because they don't want to run it.
What do we got? We don't got no running backs. Who do we got? That's gonna get that's gonna get us. That's gonna crack off. I don't even need 100 yards at this point. I can give me 85 yards a game, solid 85. If I got a 3rd and 3, I can give you the ball. You can get it for me. I don't got that.
It's just something about this offense that I'm looking at with Tampa Bay.
It's milk toast. It's dry. It's boring.
It's very boring. Even when Mike Evans was playing, it was still like there's no spark.
I hear you. You're right. I mean, and again, we sitting on 6 points for the longest time. You know, we get downfield, we do these miraculous drives, and then we get in the red zone and we stall out. Like, and then we get in there and they ate, and Green Bay helps us out with the penalty.
Yeah.
It puts us on the 2-yard line. And we talked about it. They got away with a delay game the play before. That they got called in the delay game. The play before that was a delay game.
Yeah, and you still couldn't punch it in. It was, I don't know, it's just weird. Like I said, there's no spark. It just real dry.
Maybe we do need Rob Gronkowski to come back to add some flavor in your ear. You know what I mean?
I don't know. But also, looking at Aaron Rodgers, it seemed like he's starting to trust his young receivers more.
He ain't really got a choice, do he?
He doesn't. Mm-hmm. But it just seemed like he's trusting him a lot more. The two-headed monster with Jones and Dillon is working.
Now they got a running game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I don't know. The NFC is still extremely wide open. When I look at us.
Look at this.
Packers. I mean, even the Rams. The Rams are still Super Bowl champs. It's just no clear-cut favorites right now.
Right. I mean, 3 weeks in. I mean, if you want to pick a Super Bowl after week 3, there you go. You got the Eagles and the Dolphins. There you go.
Right there,
you know what I mean? I mean, there it is. Who impressed you in week 3 besides your Philadelphia Eagles?
I would say Dolphins. Because everybody had rolled them off because they was playing Buffalo. And it didn't phase them. They did what they had to do. Tua looked good. He even, got banged up, came back, and made the right plays. I see him mature a lot this season so far. He's not forcing the ball in bad situations. He's running when he has to run. And he seems to, trust the coach a lot. They was pretty impressive. I mean, Jacksonville too. It's like Trevor Lawrence finally put it together.
I think that with Jacksonville, I mean, again, you got to let that kind of percolate and marinate. You know what I mean? That defense that Jacksonville has is good enough to win the division.
Surprisingly,
they held the Chargers to 10 points. You know what I mean? Devin Lloyd is a beast.
Yes.
I think that the guys on the line, Josh Allen, not that Buffalo Josh Allen, the other Josh Allen,
Yeah.
and Trayvon Walker, they get to the quarterback. They put pressure on those dudes. Again, they're fourth in the NFL in points. They got the number one ranked rush defense. Who thought we'd say that about Jacksonville after any week of the NFL season? Again, but the team that impressed me, and sometimes, everybody, that one of my favorite sayings is everybody has a birthday when they finally do something that they're supposed to do. The Indianapolis Colts.
I knew he was going to say. I know you was a Matt Ryan fan.
Man, listen. I'm a Matt Ryan fan the way I'm a Boston Red Sox fan. It doesn't exist, but I got to give credit where credit is due. I think Matt Ryan, he needed another person to go to besides Michael Pittman. He may have found that guy in Alec Pierce. But it was the team that they beat, Yada. The way that they did it, I just got to give them their props. I'm not saying that they're now back in contention and all of that nonsense right there. But again, the Kansas City Chiefs can be had, and this was one that the Colts needed, because if the Colts would have been 0-3,
it would have been a Frank White Piper now there.
Yeah, I mean, so again, a big win for Indianapolis. Again, I think that I
said let's talk about these Chiefs.
I mean, what you want to say? Again, Mahomes is, he's got to work on some things. He's still got to get used to that new.
Patrick Mahomes, that everybody always praising is what kills them in the game. All that fly stuff with the ball.
All that, what my man said, all that fly jiggy stuff.
All that stuff with the ball.
All that gunslinger stuff, yeah.
And now it's biting them in the butt. Because now you have to bail them out. Because guess what you guys throwing? If you going to Juju, who's not a number one receiver. So all that stuff you're doing, running around trying to get extra time, die on it, shuffle this, double clutch when you don't need to double clutch. All that's done. All that's said and done now. And everything that he did in the past that people praise him for is now biting him in the butt because he had someone there who was able to bail him out each and every time. Each and every time. And now it's like I don't know. It's a dig up. There's tape on them now.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs' defense is always in shambles. They never really have a defense. Like, are they now? It's the jig up.
Is the jig up? I don't think that the jig is up as much as it's, like you said earlier, they're trying to find themselves and find a footing. I think still the Chiefs are still going to, 12-5. You know what I mean? It's going to be a tougher go of it this year. But again, it's still early, and I don't know what Patrick Mahomes is thinking about right now. But I think that he has some guys, but he just has to get used to the timing with them. You know what I mean? Because he missed Scalding, he missed Juju on some deep passes early in the game that he missed. Mm-hmm. It wasn't them; it was him.
Yeah.
So again, they got to get it together and figure out some things. What are we feeling about the Las Vegas Raiders and their nice 0-3 start?
Very disappointing. When I think about the AFC West, how before the season started, it was like this is going to be like the toughest division out there.
Right.
They're not living up to it. The Raiders is extremely disappointing. And I gotta look at Josh McDaniels because this is not his first head coaching gig. It didn't work out in Denver. And so far, it's not looking too good in Vegas. Everybody's not meant to be a head coach. Everybody's not meant to be a head coach. And I'm feeling like some of his play calling, some of his decision making, it's very questionable. Derek Carr's play, it's questionable. It don't seem like him and Devontae Adams is on the same page, like majority of the time. Josh Jacobs is not doing it. It's just, it's not a good look. Not a good look when Matt Holland is your primary receiver. My man had like 8 receptions, like 118 yards and a touchdown. Those are Devontae Adams numbers. So it seems like you have more of a relationship with Matt Collins than Devontae Adams. And Darren Waller. And Hunter
Renfrow.
So it's like you have the weapons. Where are they? And let's flip on the defensive side.
Right. The defense sucks.
The defense is where Chandler Jones. Hello, where are you? Chandler Jones. Did he forget how to play football? Did he leave his talent in Arizona? Because they damn sure not in Vegas with him.
Like, the Raiders right now are a team that reminds me kind of my Bucks. Like, for example, the defense gave up about 240 yards of offense after 3 possessions. 1, 2, 3. You touched the ball 3 times, you got 239 yards. So they're putting the ball all over the place, right?
Yeah.
But then the rest of the way, the defense only gave up like 120 yards. So they after they was getting destroyed all over the field, they tightened up a little bit. They've given up 17 and 24 points in the first half for 2 or 3 games this year.
Yeah.
So with Derek Carr puts pressure on him, Devontae, Josh, Hunter, all those other guys, Darren Waller, the offensive line, all those guys. Now they got to hurry up and get this. And Josh McDaniels' mind is not moving that fast. His mind is in relaxed mode. We're supposed to be up 17-3, 24-0. We're supposed to be up like that. But we're behind. We're playing from behind. Oh, no.
Yep.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Bill Belichick is not walking through that door.
Yeah.
Nick Saban's not walking through that door.
I don't know what's going on.
You on your own, Playboy.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. It's very confusing.
Very confusing.
And these guys are confused.
Right.
I don't know. And you know, speaking on that division. The Broncos.
Right.
Like these guys can't score.
Right. When you see somebody scored 11 in the, you be like, that's like a weird football score, like 11. You know what I mean?
The score was 10 to 11.
Now, how do you? Yeah, that's even worse. How do you? That's like a high scoring game between like the Rockies and the Giants or something. You know what I mean? 11 to 10, like.
Like that game was extremely weird.
Yeah.
The Broncos coach. I don't think he knows what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. The offense is weird. They don't run the ball at all. Russell Wilson looks out of place. He doesn't look good at all.
Because Nathaniel Hackett don't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, it's The offense looked all out of sorts. I know Jerry Judy is hurt, but he's not a big factor because you have Courtland Sutton, who's your number one receiver, still out there. The offensive line looked bad, and the play calling. It just. I'm looking at Russell like.
But his hands are tied. I mean, right? I mean, they're coaching him like he's Peyton Manning instead of coaching him like he's Russell Wilson and let him do what he does.
It's like he does not trust him. How do you not trust Russell Wilson?
I guess
he's not
part of self. I guess he watched him throw that interception in the Super Bowl too.
Everybody's seen that.
But it's not all Russell Wilson. It's not at all. You're right.
And he's making him look bad. It's like he's making Russell look like a shell of himself in Denver. And I don't understand these coaches when they don't run the ball.
Right.
And then on the flip side, look at the 49ers. It's like, what the hell happened? You know, Jimmy G wasn't Jimmy G.
Jimmy G wasn't Jimmy G.
No Debo Samuel.
Debo was a Debo in.
Yeah, what's up?
Shanahan was a Shanahan in.
It was just a weird game. Like, that game was extremely weird to me. It was like,
Right.
Like they forgot. Like both teams forgot how to play football.
Right.
It was a bad look. 10 to 11 is terrible. I thought your game was weird, like 14 to 12. I'm like, where's the offense? And then I turn around, 10 to 11. I'm like,
right.
These are high baseball scores.
Absolutely.
I thought the Lions was going to take that game. I had faith in them to take that game. But in Jared Goff fashion, he did the most Jared Goff things that he does all the time, which throw that pick at the end when he didn't even need to throw it.
Right.
When I saw that, I'm like, just throw the ball away. And he threw it right to him. I was like, here we go.
I mean, Jared Goff's still gonna, do some Goffonian things that only Jared Goff could do, But I still, have faith in what the Detroit Lions can do and what they have the potential to do. They got to learn how to finish games. They got to, you know what I mean? They were up 24-14 going into the fourth quarter. Again, coaching, like you said, some of these guys don't know, clock management. And again, I think that why would you snap the ball with 10 seconds left on the play clock? You take it down to the last possible second and then you let that thing go. I don't know, man. Detroit, they were playing very, very well. They were 4 out of 6 on fourth down. So that means they could make those yards that they needed, but then, Campbell decides to kick a field goal, and he missed it, and gave Minnesota the short field, and they turned around and went down against a defense that was already out on the field earlier, so they was already out of it. So, again, the Detroit Lions, they got to learn how to win. I mean, they have a very poor record in the last few years in games that they lead by double digits. So that tells you all they need to know. They kind of seem like they get tight as the game goes on, especially when they're winning. Like they can't believe that they're winning. They can't believe it.
Oh my God.
Right? We winning. You know what I mean? Like, and so that'll tell on you. That'll definitely tell on you. When you need that to happen. But Detroit's going to get it together. I think they're gonna be all right. I still think that they're gonna make some things happen.
Yeah, I can still see them winning like 7 games, but it's going to be in spite of Jared Goff. Jared Goff is going to do what he does best.
Right.
And it's weird.
And play like that's play like garbage. Shout out to everybody that's rocking out with us. Peace to everybody that in the chat room and all that. We rocking out right here down in the Sports Talk. It's YADABEAR's birthday. You know what I mean? And we got some gifts. She already, she's almost the sole proprietor of Club 3.0. That we never heard the end of that. If you would have had been the sole proprietor, you had,
I just look at it one game at a time.
Look at this. One game at a time. All right, we come bearing gifts for Yada. It's her birthday. She's Philly all day, every day, hard body karate. So, we had to do something for our Cody over here. You know what I mean? Look at this. She's 3-0, man. 3-0. All right, so we brought some people with us to the party. You might recognize them from, watching, your team play, your team sports play. We brought Jorge Padilla. I don't know if you can see that right there. Jorge Padilla. All right. There he's at the party. There you go. Okay. All right. So then we got Ian Kennedy. All right. There you go. Ian Kennedy. There you go. That's you right there, Ian Kennedy. All right. Then this guy wants to show up. I know he's a former, Philly pitcher and all that, but I think he's still good. Kevin Millwood there. There you go. There's Kevin Millwood. There's Kevin Millwood there at the party. All right. And, I couldn't leave out the basketball situation, you know what I mean? So this guy, he was like, yo, G, y'all just having a party, man. I need to get in. I was like, all right, Sidney Green. All right, Sidney Green. You can come through the party, man. You know what I mean? But you can hang out for a few. I don't know if she's going to let you in the VIP, yo. You know what I mean? But there you go. But here's one guy who's definitely going to get in the VIP. He's probably going to have his own drink or his own sandwich named after him in Club 3-0, representing the Philadelphia Eagles to the fullest. You already know Fred Barnett. There you go. There's Fred Barnett. Freddie B in the building. That's for you right there. So you got your little collection of your Philly ball players right there. I got you covered. There you go. That's what we do right here down at In Sports. Salute to everybody getting their picks in, man. It was heavy this week. All right. OG Wood tried to, play on some late stuff. All right. You gonna find a DNP by your name next time. But I got you. We got you. You got it. You got in. You just got in when the gates was getting ready to close, my G. Word up. So yeah. So everything. We'll have the totals and stuff tomorrow. Have your picks in by Sunday 12:30. Once again, it's on. Oh, that's right. Talk about it.
We got the London game. Monday morning.
So yeah, you want to get your picks in.
Who is it? Vikings and Saints.
Okay, Vikings and the Saints. Get your picks in. You already know what it is. You know what we're doing. You know how we giving it up. We're gonna add some spice to this because there's a lot of people that's rocking with us, and I wrecked my brain. You know what I mean? Take away from my time that I need to build with the Cannaby. But I put all these numbers together. I put everybody's stuff in the spreadsheet. Everything is taken care of. I got you covered. You know what I mean? But we're going to add a little spice to the thing. Now, the spice that we're going to add to the thing is this. We got to have a lock. Right? And all you got to do, if you don't want to pick a lock, you don't have to. Your lock of the week. If your lock of the week wins, that's an extra 5 points for you for that week. If your lock of the week loses, that's minus 5 points for you. Oh, we about to add some spice to this. We gonna see what it is. All right? And here's another thing. You can only pick that team, like if you pick, like say for example, you pick Cincinnati as your lock for next week. You can't pick them no more for the whole season. You can only pick one team for the rest of the season as a lock. You don't have to pick a lock. You don't have to.
Oh, well, I'm going to pick a lock.
Yes, because we need to. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yep, that's the thing. If you're gonna pick a lock, you feel free. Feel free to pick a lock. That's what we call it. Pick a lock. If your lock wins, that's 5 extra points. If your lock loses, you already know. And we keeping up with it. So every Wednesday, the standings will be updated. All right, and like Yada said, pay attention. All right, there's an early game. Sunday was a Sunday morning, 9:00.
Yeah, Sunday 9.
Yeah, so pay attention. The Vikings and the Saints getting it in. So get your picks in and all that. We appreciate all the participation and all that good stuff right there. We rocking out, man. This is what we do. This is how we give it up. Aaron Judge is still stuck on 60 home runs. I'm gonna say this. I'm not going to trip.
Okay.
The pressure is mounting. Don't be surprised. I don't even like saying this. Don't be surprised if he's stuck on 60.
I mean, look.
He has a homer in 5 games, 26 at bats.
Well,
They're playing tonight against Toronto.
Yeah, he's playing the Blue Jays right now. What?
And here's the other thing, Yada. He's playing against strategy of other managers saying, you know what? I don't want to be in the history books. Yeah. So when he comes up to fight, you know what they do? You know what the managers do? Remember the guy did last night?
Yeah, that's.
They don't even pitch to him. Just put him on first base.
That's corny to me. Y'all did the same thing. What's you call him? That was it.
I mean, who wants to be on that? Who wants to be on that side? I mean, but a 3,000 hit though is something that you could get a 3,000 hit laying down a bunt.
Yeah.
But who wants to be on? Who was the guy that gave up Aaron Judge's 61st home run? You know what I mean? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that on their record. So again, they're gonna do what they're gonna pitch him away. They're gonna intentionally walk him. I know the crowd don't like it. I know it's whack. I know it's corny. What you gonna do? Yeah, they don't care.
Is why baseball is on the lower pole right now. Things like that. Because again, what do we like in our sports?
Scoring.
Drama. Scoring and drama. Because it's the pitcher versus the hitter.
Right.
And you take that away when you just walk them. It's like, come on now. This is what the fans are paying the time. They don't care. Especially when your team is out of the playoff running. They don't care.
They just want to say it was a part of history. I get it.
Yeah. So
I get it.
Because listen. I got the Yankees on right now. I'm not even a Yankee fan, but guess why I'm watching this? Because I want to see him break this record. And he about to come off that next. And I'm going to hit this home run. And if they walk, it's going to be terrible.
Can I say something as a Yankee fan? A long-time Yankee fan. And tonight, Yankees and Dodgers, uncivil war, 30 for 30. Make sure you check that out. And listen, we should talk about that because I lived through that. But anyway, Aaron Judge, man, I just think that again, this guy, kind of, and I'm not disparaging him. He kind of put it on himself. You know what I mean? He wants to, he wanted the money. He wants this. He wants that. Okay, it's yours. It's here for you if you want it. What you gonna do to get it? After you tie the record, after you break the record, then what? Is my question, Yada.
I don't know.
Then what?
Playoff.
You know what I mean?
Playoff. I don't know.
Now it's time to get a World Series, and I don't know about all that. But that's not gonna be his fault, though, right? Because he got the record and he broke the record, so it's all good. As a Yankee fan, I don't know.
I know. But as a baseball fan, we like home runs.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't dispute or deny that. Not at all. I cannot.
We want to see records get broken.
Yep.
And this is what I'm hoping for. Before the season's up, it's about 9 games left.
Yep.
So within this,
that's another thing. Yep.
I want to see break this record.
Now, when the Yankees come back to the stadium, I think they got the Orioles. Okay. And then they have a road trip to close the season out in Texas. They'll make up for those games that they lost during the little lockout. So, again, the pressure's going to be on. It'll be nice, but what if he don't? They're playing the Orioles. The Orioles are trying to sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough series.
It's a whole bunch of stuff that gets added into it where it's like, okay, I can't let this dude hit a home run. That's defeating the purpose.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough series.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do at Aaron Judge? He's coming to the plate right now, right? Yep, watching it right now in Toronto. And then I see it was a funny thing. It shows a funny thing that the Prime Minister of Toronto said, you know what? We're not worried about that vaccination for ball players no more. Y'all can come on down. Mm-hmm.
Because they need that money.
All right, Mitch. Bounces foul ball. Yankees up 4-1. All right.
You got to run it second.
Aaron Judge, man. Go ahead and do this thing and get it over with.
We got to get out the way.
Yeah, get it out the way.
Get out the way.
Because I'm really interested. I'm really interested in what you're going to do once the season is over, once the playoffs start. Then we're going to get into it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. I felt that breeze. Woo-hoo. That's what we used to say. That's what we used to say when they used to swing and miss. Woo-hoo. I felt that breeze. Yes, Lord. We're down in the sports right now. You got left-handed over here. You got YADABEAR over there. We're watching Aaron Judge attempt to tie Roger Maris low and outside. All right, play the Toronto Blue Jays. They're in the playoff hunt as well. So they're not trying to give no freebies.
Yeah, they are.
Understand that. Right. They're not trying to give no freebies.
Yeah, they got the number one spot in the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
They 3 games up on the Rays and the Mariners. And 3.5
Here's the
pitch.
Check swing. Swing. Foul ball. Down the first base side.
So this next series with the Orioles is going to be very important to Baltimore because they only 3
absolutely, yeah.
They only 3 games out of the second wild card, 3.5 games out the first.
Mm-hmm. So it does them no favors to pitch to Aaron Judge, especially when you got situations where they got to keep him off the base paths and keep the bat out his hand. They're not losing no sleep if they don't pitch to him. They don't care if the fans boo. They don't care. They trying to get in the postseason. Low and away. Count 2-2. Yeah, so I think that the pressure, and all of that, is getting here now. Remember we was talking April and May. Oh, he still got time. It's still early. It's a marathon. Yeah, all right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he won a little cold streak about hitting home runs, but then we hit 60.
Foul off.
Yeah, and then we hit 60. It's like every ball want to stay in the stadium.
He got that warning track power.
It's like
The other night at the stadium killed me. He hit that ball. They was like, there it is, there it is. I was like, oh man, against Boston. It was against the Red Sox. Oh man. Inside. So now it's a full count now. What do? Do you pitch to him or you just let him go? What do? You're down 4-1 already. Pitch to him. Yeah, I pitched to him. You ain't got nothing to lose at this point. You're already down.
Yeah,
you're already down at this point. It's 4-1. Pitch to him.
4-1 top of 6.
Yep. He's in the wind up. Take it all day to let this thing go, man. Happened to the pitch clock. Walked him.
Walk him.
Unintentional, intentional walk.
I know it. Look at him.
Unintentional, intentional walk. Yeah, man. So, again, we right here. We talking. We watching this right now. We watching the Yankees and the Blue Jays. We watching playoff baseball, I guess, in a manner of speaking, because there's a couple weeks left in the season and teams are battling for position.
Let's talk about that game last night.
Yeah. Or lack thereof. The New York Football Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. Again, that's one of those things where for me, you were looking forward to seeing that they were 2-0. The last time the Giants were 2-0 was a few years back. You were kind of excited and interested and intrigued to see what they were going to do going up against the Cowboys, who didn't have their starting quarterback, Dak Prescott. This guy, Cooper Rush, is making a name for himself. But besides that, the Giants, I don't know. They just got at Daniel Jones, and it's crazy. He's been pressured a lot this season. The offensive line is worse than the Tampa Bay's. That they have talent on that Giants offensive line, but the progress hasn't been made, as evidenced from what happened last night. Dallas didn't really do a lot to win the game. They did what they needed to do. They didn't have to, right? Absolutely, they didn't have to. But again, when you have a team like the Giants and you're on the big stage, Monday Night Football, and it's early in the season, you got a chance to kind of like put a stamp on your early season success, and you don't do it. Same old Giants. And are we in the mindset? Are we letting Cooper Rush play one more week and letting Dak Prescott rest another week just to make sure he's right?
I think the smart thing would be for them to let him rest, but we're talking about the Cowboys. So
right.
Smart and Cowboys don't go together.
Mm. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't turned the ball over.
No.
Then he won 2 games.
He won 2 games. I'm just gonna put this out here. Michael Parsons is like the best player in football right now. Like
super nice.
It's just he's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy that he's on the Cowboys.
Why you say that?
Because he's on the Cowboys.
No, what was I thinking, right? I should have had a V8. I should have had a V8 on that one. What was I thinking? Right.
He's amazing. This guy can line up anywhere. On the D-line.
You drop back into coverage.
I'm pretty sure he can go into coverage.
No, yeah, absolutely.
If they needed him to play corner, I feel like he could play corner. It's so crazy. Like, he's so talented. And it's I hate gushing over a cowboy. But he is so talented that I gotta give him his props. I gotta give him his props at all times. But the Giants, They gave Kenny Galloway that money. They could have just burned that money the way he out there playing. It's terrible. Like I said, I'm just counting down the games until Tyrod Taylor is playing quarterback. Because it seems like Danny Dimes, he do one thing good, and then 10 things terrible.
Right.
He take 3 steps forward, and then 20 steps back.
And then break your ankle and break your ankle while you're doing the back steps, right?
All at the same time. It's like you praise him, and then in the next breath, you are criticizing him.
You're a pick six.
It's crazy.
No, he'll do this, Yada. He'll run for 80 yards and then fumble the ball at the 5-yard line.
You will convert a third and 20. And then throw a pick. The next play. He'll force the ball on double coverage. And now the game is over. So I don't know what they're going to do up in New York. You know, it's a problem. He's been a problem since he came into the league.
He got there. Yep.
You know, so am I surprised? No, because I already seen what it was. It just seems like right now they're just waiting until it's like, all right, we're gonna pull this guy, and they can't say we didn't give him a chance because he's not going to be there. He's not going to be the quarterback of the New York Giants. I don't think he'll be the quarterback of the team.
Nah, that writing was on. That writing was on the wall when they didn't pick up his 5th-year option. We already knew that. Yeah, when that should have been the incentive for him to try to at least to make some kind of progress. To say, okay, he's trying. You know what I mean? You just making the Giants' job easier for them. You know what I mean? Not making the Giants' job no harder. Listen, man. We're about to get up out of here down in sports. I know y'all got some celebrating to do. Some more celebrating for her birthday and all that good stuff. Club 3-0. I hear that they some rumblings about Club 4-0, something on 40 or 40 Street or something like that is going down. So yeah, I sure wish I could join you, but you know how that go. You know what I mean?
I may be able to have a +1.
Okay, that's what's up. I appreciate that. That's what it is. Listen, we in the building absolutely every Tuesday night. You know what I mean? 8 o'clock. Sometimes we might go to overtime and stuff like that. But Yada's got some things that she got to do. So you already know what it is. We came bearing gifts. Fred Barnett says hello. You know what I mean? There you go, right there. Fred Barnett says hi. All right. Yeah, that's basically it. Shout out to everybody in the group that's rocking with us. We appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Don't forget. That's right. Make sure you get your picks in. You can add your lock. Add your lock for the week and let us know that that's your lock. You can put it in bold or whatever. I know Slate, he always puts the Steelers in caps. So, but let us know what your lock for the week is. You don't have to pick a lock. But it would help if you do and you know what you're talking about. You can only pick that team once.
So
all right? Don't forget. That's what it is.
Your picks in for Thursday and Sunday 8 a.m. game. Either tomorrow or Thursday before the game.
Yes.
So you don't forget about that Sunday game.
Yes.
The division game.
Yes.
Vikings.
Do what you do. Alright, rock out, and you already know before we get up out of here, I gotta put the birthday cake in the air. You know what I mean? Celebrate for the homie. You know what I mean? Celebrate for the Code D in the building, holding us down all the time. We appreciate you. Look at this. I'm about to put it in the air, man. What you gonna do? Come get me, man. You already know what it is, man. About to put this in the air. You know what I mean? It's the birthday cake. And this is how we do it, man. On down to In Sports, man. We don't care. We gonna put it in the air, man. You know what I'm saying? This is for all of those that didn't make it to Club 3-0. You know what I mean? Moment of silence for all those that didn't make it to Club 3-0.
Pour a little bit out for the homies.
Yeah, a little bit for the homies. For the homies who ain't here. All right, salute. Tell them about Chronically Speaking. We know. Tell them about Chronically Speaking before we get out.
So on here, we strictly sports. But on Chronically Speaking, we want to talk about anything and everything. Sports related, life, hip hop.
Absolutely.
Things is going on in your neck of the woods, things going on in my neck of the woods. Things is in the media. And we just going to speak on top of our dome. We are free thinkers.
Absolutely. Inspired by the Canterbury, you know what I mean? So that's why we chronically speak on what we chronically speak to. Some things that's coming up on the Chronically Speaking podcast that you can look forward to. We're going to do this thing called a plate review. Now, what is a plate review, you may ask? We've done this on my shows before. Thanksgiving, we had a plate review. Now, what happens in the plate review is that you call into the show, you say, hey, what you have for Thanksgiving? Man, I had the whole turkey, the whole fix. Was it good? That's when the truth come out.
Was it good?
Because there's different levels of responses. Was it good?
Think about it.
If you got to think about it,
you already know that wasn't good.
It wasn't that. You know what I mean? See, when you start doing that humming and hawing stuff, either grandma didn't cook, she took the day off, or y'all went to like Boston Market or something. So again, I get it, but again, we had some crazy plate reviews, and they keep it so green, and that's what I love about it. If it's good, say it's good. If it's not, we already know by your response. Because how we do, man, listen, you get emotional when you talk about food. Like, what? You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. So, be on the lookout for that. And we're going to have some fun with it and all that stuff. So, once again, salute to this one over there. All right, she's 21 again. You know what I mean? So, that's what it is. Every time, Club 3-0. Make sure y'all get here quick because Club 4-0 is going to be open, allegedly, and we'll see what happens. We out. Shout out to all y'all. Chris Brown couldn't make it to the show this week, man. I'm sorry. He was busy counting his money from them $1,000 meet and greets. So he said he'd be here next week. So I'm sorry for all y'all that tuned in to see Chris Brown. You know what I mean? But he'll be here next week. All right? So, left-handed over here, YADABEAR over there. We're about to be out. We're going to holler at y'all. Chronically Speaking is coming. We're not even going to tell them when we will record it. We're going to talk about that behind the scenes. Yeah. But listen, we're going to talk. Go ahead.
No, I said coming soon.
Yes, absolutely. Sooner than you think. All right? We're about to get up out of here, man. I got to see what Aaron Judge get walked again. I'll talk to y'all later. YADABEAR, we out. Check us out. We're going to put this up on Facebook and make it do what it do. All right? Down in sports, we down and we gets it in. All right, chronically speaking. Peace.
Peace.